Hello everyone, this is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks, and I want to welcome you to our Market Wrap Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, and we are in the middle of the last hour of the day. All right, let's take a look at this. So far today, we've got, there it is. VXX has just been down, and it just keeps hanging in there. It just can't build any fear, which I think that's really good for the bulls. If you look at our T21-23, we are nice and bullish here. And even today, we're up. We've kind of pulled back a little bit, but I can see going into the close, we're up a little bit here. Let me make that a little bigger. There you go. Buying coming back in here on T21-23. Still shows that the bulls are in charge. If we look at the SPY up here, we've got this big gap, and like I mentioned earlier, we may see a day or two of sideways, maybe even more downside, just digesting that gap. And the market doesn't like gaps. So there is a good chance we come down and price claims that gap, fills it up. So we've got to watch out for positions you're in. What could happen too is, let's get the right tool. There we go. Make it green. There we go. We could still move up a little bit, and then at some point, down we go, and maybe we fill that gap, and then back up. Overall, I think the market is overall bullish. I think we go higher. I think the market is going to do what the market does. It's what it always does. Whether it's bullish or bearish, from the bullish side, it just, the market moves up, it moves down, it moves up and moves down, moves up and moves down. It's pretty normal. Bearish is the same way, just to the downside. So a little bit of a rest could be coming pretty soon. Clearly not today, though. Now there's still, I don't know, a little over 30 minutes left in the market. I guess something could happen, but I don't see it necessarily today. Let's come over here, and the Qs are doing fantastic, still moving up. But once again, we've got the gap in there. We might need to rest a little bit. It's just got to digest all that move. We do have the golden cross here, where the 50-period moving average has crossed over the 200-period moving average. And IWM reaching up for that 200, but didn't quite make it and didn't break out. I like the support here. I would watch for a breakout at this point. I think we're more likely to break out than we are to actually fail at this point. So we'll kind of monitor that and see what happens on it. Okay. IYT transports, I think they're doing just fine. We've gapped up. We're just consolidating. We're at this top. They're just trying to figure out a way to break that top and get through there. SMH has been on fire. And if the market wants to go up because of SMH, then fine, let it. Trade accordingly. But right now, that's looking fantastic. Let's get rid of that blue line, and let's bring this over here. There we go. See how price is leading the T-line? T-line is leading the trend indicator. Man, that's what I call a bullish trend right there. That's nice. All the way through there, you can just look at it. Price, T-line, trend indicator. Price, T-line, trend indicator. Price, T-line, trend indicator. Just absolutely beautiful. Hey, way to go, Chuck, on your 11%. And, while we're here, and I want to thank you guys for posting your wins and losses. I appreciate it. So today, congratulations to Rickster. Got rid of Penn's, half of it, for 13%. JW closing Hood for 35%. And GEV for 138%. Smoking hot. Sharon got out of SMCI for 43%. Way to go. Roger closed CMG for 4 daily goals. You guys, we talked a little bit ago about what a goal is. Bart got rid of PLTR for 20%. JW closed NVIDIA 21%. And ASML for 10% loss. Thank you so very much for posting, JW. Gold too, PLTR for 10%, NVIDIA for 11%. Sweet. JW, active guide here today in JW. Closed VKTX for 18%. I closed SMCI for 20%, and I ended up buying it back. And then Ren closed C for 62%. Super congratulations, you guys. And thanks again for posting in the room. Really, really appreciate it. Okay. So let's see. We've got the market is still bullish. Let's look at a few charts here. I mentioned that I bought that SMCI back. I sold it and I bought it back. And to me, it looks like we're still going to move up to that 50% retracement. In hindsight, maybe I should never have sold it in the first place today, but nevertheless, I did. I did buy it back. I'm green on it again. And now we'll see if it can reach the 50% retracement and maybe scoot right up here to the 50-51 area. TGB, that's an awfully nice chart here setting up. Let's get my arrow. Blue. Big pop to the upside here. And now we're having a pullback. There's the bottom, looking for that breakout. Finish its way up here to that 50% retracement based on simply, I've got the highs somewhere. Where did I put it? Huh. I can't even find it now. Maybe I did that on the weekly. Huh. Can't even find it now. Oh, well. And then maybe right up here to that $3.80, $3.90 from there, once we get that breakout right in here. MP might be a nice looking chart. Pulling back, 3-8 trap. It's also below the highest high in the past 5 days. That's one of my favorite setups, which is very, very similar to a 3-8 trap. But here we are sitting right on the T-line with a little doji today. MP might be a nice little buy on a breakout of 36.77, but you can clearly see that there's folks buying it, so maybe that's the place to buy it. Every trader has their own way of buying right in here. NEM may be setting what? I currently own some NEM, and here we've rallied up from this bottoming area here right up to that 50% retracement, pulled all the way back down, and now we've gotten back to that 50% retracement and broke out a little bit. Now testing it here. Once we break out, I'll be looking at 64.65 up here for a target on that. Uber's a nice chart. I don't think Uber is in prime time to buy right now. If you own it already, then that's different. Set your stop, manage your trade. But if you don't own it, let's watch for an entry with a little luck. Maybe this thing pulls back a little bit more. We get a better buy, and then the target's going to be up here around whatever that is, 97 area right there. So watching Uber real close for that buy. I want to talk about AMD because AMD, it's not that it's a buy, but it's headed to our target that we put up there, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 days ago, and it's just marching right up. This is a perfect rounded bottom breakout that has now broken out of the 200 period moving average and headed right between 150, 155 right now. Reddit, bang, hit the target and pulled right back hard today. So watch for this to pull back. Reddit is not gone. This candle does not mean it's gone for a trade. It just means it hit our target. So let it pull back. Let it breathe a little bit. Let it rest. Let it, it's bruised up here. So the bruise is going to have to heal a little bit. And let's just see if it doesn't come back up and retest that level again. Once we get a breakout, then we can talk about levels like 172, 173, something like that. Okay. Anybody have any charts here you want to look at? I am recording this. Sharon, thank you. You were stopped out of HLX for a $50 loss. Thank you very much for sharing. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for sharing. Let's see here. Keith, SCHW, moving up. So I'm going to look at a weekly just to get kind of a bird's eye view of everything, and see, that's what I wanted to see, is if we had something over there. So let's move this up right here, and that's going to be the target. That you know, the first that's where we're headed for, is that breakout right there. So right now, for me to be a buyer, would have to be over those two candles there, $90.50. Definitely one for the watch list. Maybe even be in it. You know, just because I don't particularly want to buy it right here doesn't mean it's not a buy. Price is above the T-line. T-line's above the trend indicator. Clearly, we're trending up. We've gone sideways after this run, and now we got a little bump to the upside. Little bump. Come back and put in a low. Now, in fact, we could do that. Let's do that. Let me get my arrow out here. Arrow works a little better. Low, high, higher low, and what we want is a breakout. Once we get that breakout, that becomes the tradable bottom. Anyway, that's how I personally would handle SCHW. If you're already in it, you just manage the trade, put that stop in there. But it looks good, Keith. It's going to look really good if it breaks out over 90.50. Yeah. Let's see what else. Let me see if I can find something. UEC, did I mention that one? UEC? I don't think so. UEC. Put a line right here. We get through about $7, maybe a little higher. There we go. About 7.10. Then I think the targets are very clear on this one. We'll put a target right here. Come over here to the left and make sure it kind of matches up. I see where it could, yeah. And then over here, yep, that's definitely a good target. And then you've got the high up here. So let's keep an eye on UEC. I've got that on my watch list. Well, that's actually about all I have here. So we'll call it a day. Again, this is a video. This video is live in our trading room right now. And yeah, it's live in the trading room. Everyone, you're welcome to be in the trading room. Come on over, and thank you for watching this video. I sure appreciate it. Thank you.